Okay, now let me talk about weighted normals in Maya. If you want to display normals in Maya, wait. First, I just want to go up here and go to polygons and rip this menu off so I have access to normal displays and everything. Now it's turned on, and now I turned it off, so you can display face normals like this. It will show this arrow from the middle of the face, and you can display vertex normals like this, and it will show the arrows from the vertices. Now I have a lot of examples here, and I will also get this menu. And I want to take this one because that's what we're interested in, right? Duplicate it right here and tell you how you weight vertex normals here on Maya. So let me duplicate it here as well. So if vertex normals are yellow, that means they're locked. So I unlock the normals. Now they're green. So if I click soften edge, now the normals have been averaged between the faces, right? And here they're straight because they're all hard. So let me unlock, soften, and harden again. And now they're pointing straight. If I soften this, it's identical to this one. But if I want weighted normals, I have to go into face mode, select the straight faces, pointing towards the curve, let's say, and go here to this box. Make sure to tick match face normals and apply. Now, the normals have been locked. And if I say soften edge, then they're pointing straight up next to this other one, which didn't have the locked normals pointing straight up from the face. So if we compare these two from the side, we can see that these green ones are the regular normals, just with soft edge put on them, and these yellow ones are the new weighted normals. Regarding transfer attributes in Maya, I will also use this weighted normals example. So I'll just duplicate this, and we have this bevel, right? I'll unlock normals, go here, and we have this bevel with the identical value. So it's 0.03 here, 0.03 here. So we want this to look like this. Instead of weighting normals, I can also transfer these to this one. So I just select these objects, go up here to mesh and say transfer attributes, but I open the window first. I want to reset settings here. So vertex position off, on, vertex normal on, UV sets, color sets, I don't care, local space, and the others aren't important, and say apply. I've actually inverted the transfer, so I'll just undo, but as you can see, the transfer attribute worked, so it transferred from this object to the other one. I should reverse the order, so it should be this one to this one. And apply now. Now you can see that it's the same effect as weighting normals, because this bevel has been transferred to this one. This transfer attributes is also very useful when UVing clothes, for example, where you can flatten the clothing, retopo it while flat as quad geometry, and then transfer the UVs from the original clothing to the retopoed one to bake the higher mesh, things like that. In Max, you create weighted normals after you bevel these edges or chamfer and this case. Let me just make something like this. So after I have a bevel like this, I just create weighted normals with using the weighted normals modifier. So I can write weighted, and there it is. There, it's already applied, and it looks like it should. This is weighted normals in max. You can adjust blending values here, use moving groups, and limit the power of the modifier as you want to control it. So that's about it. It's just applying a modifier.
Sadly, in 3ds Max, you can't transfer normals like you can in my end in Blender without the help of a script. In the past, it used to be just normal thief, and now I'm on polycounts wiki here, and if I scroll down, you can see how it evolved. So this is actually in Maya, and this was the first attempt and the timeline of this plugin. So the latest one is called Vertex Normal Toolkit, which is about $20. And you can do the same things, or almost the same things, like in Maya and Blender, but this is really a downside of using Max in this case. You can transfer UVs with ease using the projection modifier, but other than that, you really have to use a script. In Blender, to use weighted normals, you just have to have the same setup, of course. So I'll bevel this like this, okay? And then it's also in the shape of a modifier. So I just add a weighted normal modifier. And I have to, as it says here, enable auto smooth. So I press F6. I'll go here, object properties, normals, auto smooth, like this. And now I have weighted normals. I can control, of course, the influence from the slider and so on, just like Max. To transfer data in Blender like normals, you also have to use a modifier. So let me just exemplify this by using this beveled cube, just as I had before with the weighted normals. And let's say I want to do manual weighted normals, so using the transfer. Now I have another cube here, which is beveled like this, so I want it to look like this. I want to transfer the normals from this one to my OG cube that's beveled only like this with one edge. So I go here to data transfer, choose my object, which is the beveled cube. Now I choose the type of data I want to transfer, which is face coordinate data, custom normals. It will also say, please activate auto smooth. So I press F6 to enable it. And this moment I tick this or enable it, it automatically updates. And of course, if I move it, it does this because it's searching for the data, which is exactly from the cube that is under it. After I'm done, I just apply the modifier by going here and apply it. Now I have weighted normals inherited from this beveled cube. For example, the same data transfer is used for trees. So let's say this is a tree with many leaves randomly about, and I put the data transfer modifier on, choose face corner custom normals, right? Just like before. And now my reference object will be this sphere that's above it. So I just chose sphere from this list, and I turn on my modifier. And choose custom normals, and as you can see, the data from the sphere has, or the normals from the sphere have been transferred. So if these were leaves and this was looking funky, this would be the correct one. But of course, this is not 3, but you get the example if you know what I mean.